In this video, we're going to look at navigating within BlackBoard. And if you've never been to BlackBoard before, this is what your home screen looks like. You have buttons down the side, and then you've got some panels inside here with specific items. So to do, what's due, you've got some things due in the future. I like the what's new section because this will tell you if there's any announcements or if your instructor has added anything to the course, if you've got any tests coming up, and so on. So these are the two areas that I like to look, and then there's some other pieces of information here as well. Where you're going to spend most of your time when you're in BlackBoard is going to be clicking on the tools on the left. So the home screen is where you are now. The README first are going to be all of those documents that you need to make sure you look over at the beginning of the course. For instance, your syllabus, schedule, an announcement from your instructor, how to contact your instructor, those types of things. Most of the time you're going to be clicking into coursework. This is where your assignments and information is going to be. If you want to know your grade, you'll click on My Grade. There's My Attendance, so you can track to make sure your attendance is being recorded accurately by your instructor. If there's any email that the instructor has sent, you can see if there's anything sitting in your inbox or if you have sent anything. You've got tools, all kinds of information here, BlackBoard help, but primarily for this course, we're going to be clicking into coursework, and here is where all of the things that you have to do are going to be living in coursework. So for this course, the content seems to be arranged by weeks. Your instructor may have it arranged differently, maybe week 1, week 2, maybe module 1, module 2, but anything that's underlined and when I hover over it changes to a little hand, that means there's more information. So for this course, we're just going to click into week 1. So it looks like for this particular course, in week 1, we have to complete 2 modules worth of information because it's due by June 6th at 11:55 p.m. So if I click into module 1, here is a checklist. This checklist is going to guide you through everything that you need to accomplish and check off for this particular module. And I would recommend maybe printing that out if you are able to, or at least review it after you finish items. That way you can make sure you're getting everything done that you need to get done. So in every module you're going to see this checklist, and you can just go back to coursework and back to week 1 and back into the module. This particular module has a Getting Started in This Course folder, so I would assume that none of the other modules will have that. Learn in Chapter 1. Here is where you're going to learn the content or the math for this course. So it looks like we have mini lectures, and it looks like we have video clips. There's a My Math Lab multimedia library that we can launch. There's PowerPoint presentation notes. So not the actual PowerPoint, but if you want to print something off, then you can do that. It's already arranged 6 to a page, so you're not wasting a lot of paper or ink. If you want to view the actual PowerPoint, you can go to the My Math Lab multimedia library and find the PowerPoint there. So a lot of information to help you learn the content. So if we go back up to coursework, back into module 1, and actually there's a lot of different ways to navigate through this information. Again, you can launch or PowerPoints. So now we have the Pearson My Math Lab All Assignments. If you click on this, because we've never registered in My Math Lab, once I click on this, My Math Lab is going to take me through the registration process, and you'd only have to do this once. We're going to look at that in another video, but that would take you to My Math Lab. And then you have a Module 1 reflection, which is due at 11:59 p.m. on June 6th, and so you can just work through that. So when you're within BlackBoard, these are all of the things you should be looking at. If we look at, let's look at Module 2, we see similar information, a checklist, information to help us learn the material, a link to my math lab so you can start working on your assignments, because that is where you do a bulk of your assignments, and then module reflection. Let's look in another module where things might look a little different. In this particular module, Module 3, we have a new component. We have a review and exam information. So there's a link for procedures, so you will want to look through those procedures for the exam. And there's probably a password in there. A lot of times exams in my math lab are password protected, and you'll need that, so make sure you look over those procedures. And then you have some optional activities here that you can access, print off to help you prepare for the exam. Again, most of the time when you click into Blackboard, you're going to be working in the course work tab. In the Read Me First tab, again, you have instructor welcome, syllabus, schedule, how to be successful, the college policies, and a Read Me First quiz. Blackboard's pretty easy to navigate. The only other thing I would point out is if you want to email your instructor, you could go to Create Messages after you click on the My Mail. And in order to select who you would like to email, just click on the box that says Recipients and it says To, and find the name of your instructor. And so then you just click on the arrow and it moves your instructor's name into that box, and now you can type a message. All of these other names would be names of students that are in your course. So if you want to email other students within your course, you have that ability to do that. And if you decide, no, I don't want to email her, you can just move your instructor's name back over into that box. So emailing within Blackboard is very easily done as well. So you'll use Blackboard primarily to look at your coursework, what you need to do and accomplish that week. You'll use it to access your My Math Lab assignments, you'll use it to check your grades, and you'll use it to contact your instructor if you need to.